And the Maharashtra nomination deadline has ended. It's now over to the campaign as all of the seat-sharing talks have come to an end, culminating in nominations being filed right up to an hour ago. Now, the deadlock for Maha continues over one seat, the Malegaon seat. They haven't fielded anyone yet, so what will happen there remains a big question mark. As far as the Aghadi is concerned, their seat-sharing deal is done. 288 seats are all taken care of till the very last hour. Negotiations and bargaining continued, but the Aghadi got their act together. They've ensured the seat-sharing deal is complete. As far as the Maha is concerned, the BJP, as expected, has bagged maximum seats. There was a big question mark within the Aghadi over who will get the maximum seats. It's the Congress. And at a time when you had the Uddhav Sena piling pressure, the NCP Sharad Pawar faction piling pressure, the Congress has prevailed, getting the lion's share in the Maha Vikas Aghadi. Ritwik Bhalekar is joining us live with more details on this. Ritwik, break it down for us. Now that the nomination time has come to an end, how has the Maha fared in their seat-sharing talks? How has the Aghadi fared in their seat-sharing talks? Let's talk about Maha first.
Absolutely, the first round of the rumble has come to an end after the nomination filing deadline has ended, we can say. And as the figure goes, Mahayuti, in Mahayuti, BJP has bagged more number of seats. They have fielded 152 candidates in total, and 4 seats are given to allies. At the same time, Shinde faction is also contesting 85 seats. There were only 50 MLAs with CM Eknath Shinde, 40 after the split of Shiv Sena, and 10 independent were supporting CM Eknath Shinde, but they have got 85 seats in their kitty. While in Mahayuti Alliance, National Congress Party, Ajit Pawar camp seems to be getting less number of seats, that is merely 52, and one bone of contention in Shivajinagar Manpur Assembly constituency, where Nawab Malik, after an opposition from both BJP and Shinde camp, they have fielded Nawab Malik from this constituency, where right now I am standing, and we've just interviewed Nawab Malik on this issue. If we have a look at Maha Vikas Aghadi's seat-sharing pact until now,
Ritwik,
Congress
just before we
has
go into Aghadi, can you explain to us why the Malegaon seat has a big question mark for Mahayuti? What happened there?
Yes, there were many contenders, many aspirants from all the 3 major constituent parties of Mahayuti. Talks were going on, deliberations were continuously being done till the last minute. However, the time for filing nomination has surpassed, and no consensus could be reached, and hence they have missed this seat, and they could not file any nomination with consensus. One candidate cannot be finalized in Mahayuti on Malegaon seat.
So there was no consensus on that. As far as the Aghadi goes, Ritwik, quickly from you, there was a lot of talk that there are a lot of differences, but they've managed to ensure candidates are fielded in all seats. Are there any seats in which you've got 2 allies of the Aghadi actually fighting it out? Because there was some talk of a friendly fight between the Uddhav Sena and the Congress in some seats.
Absolutely, at the surface level, it seems that they have managed to finalize the seat-sharing pact, but there are many seats across the Maharashtra where both of the allies, be it UBT Shiv Sena, be it Congress, or be it NCP Sharad Pawar camp, they have fielded candidates against each other. Let it be Kurla seat in Mumbai, where both Sharad Pawar camp and UBT Sena have fielded their candidates. Similarly, Solapur South, Paranda in Marathwada were other 2 seats where the same allies of the Maha Vikas Aghadi have fielded candidates against each other.
Okay, so both alliances essentially have issues. Mahayuti couldn't sort out their differences, and that's why in Malegaon, you've got no candidate. As far as the Aghadi is concerned, they've got a problem of plenty of too many candidates in some seats as well. Ritvik, I request you to stay with me. Let's just round up all the updates that have come in the last 24 hours. The nomination deadline has come to an end today. You saw several big leaders once again filing their nominations, including Milind Deora, who is the Worli candidate for the Shiv Sena, taking on, therefore, Ayodhya Thackeray. The Maha Agadi, till the very last hour, was negotiating. There was talks about who will get what, but essentially the Congress has got the lion's share. In Maha Yuti, one seat, there's been no consensus over. But as far as the last-second decisions were concerned, one was, of course, with regards to Nawab Malik. There were a lot of question marks about whether he'll get a ticket or not, so much so that today he had two forms with him, saying that if they don't give me a ticket, I will go ahead and file the nomination as an independent. But at the end hour, the approval came, the AB form came essentially from the NCP Ajit Pawar faction. However, while Nawab Malik has filed his nomination as an NCP candidate from Mankurt, there will be a question mark over how he'll campaign, because the BJP has made it very clear they want nothing to do with Nawab Malik, considering he's accused in several corruption cases. Having said that, Nawab Malik in his campaigns cannot use the BJP symbol, cannot use the BJP flag, despite being a candidate of the alliance partner. Now, the other big headline that's come in is that Swapna Patkar, prime witness in the Patra Chaul scam, is set to fight independently against Sunil Raut, who is the brother of Sanjay Raut. He's the incumbent MLA from Vikhroli constituency.
इस बार शिवसेना और महायुति पूरी थंपिंग मेजोरिटी से जीतेगी, क्योंकि 2.5 साल महाविकास आघाड़ी ने सब रोड़े डाले थे, काम बंद किए थे, प्रोजेक्ट बंद किया था, उनको हमने शुरू कर दिया और इसलिए हम ये डबल इंजन की सरकार में 2 साल में इतना काम किया है। इस काम के बलबूते पर महाराष्ट्र की जनता फिर ये महायुति के पक्ष में।
माझं स्वप्न आहे की पुढील 5 वर्षात बारामतीला आणखी काय देता येईल याचा विचार करताना एक लोकप्रतिनिधी जे आवश्यक आहे ते शक्य आहे ते सर्व केलंय असं समाधान माझ्यासारख्याला वाटतं, परंतु एवढ्यावर मी थांबायला तयार नाही। अपन काळजी करू नका।
वर्ली का विजन वही होगा जो स्थानिक नागरिकों का विजन है, वही मुख्यमंत्री साहब का विजन है। मैं वर्ली करो, मुंबई करो, दक्षिण मुंबई करो के लिए हमेशा काम करने को तैयार हूं, एमपी हूं या ना हूं। माय एम इज टू वर्क फॉर पीपल। हमारे संबंध दक्षिण मुंबई और मुंबई ये कोई हमारी जन्मभूमि है, कर्मभूमि भी है। मुंबई में जो कॉमन मैन है, सबसे बड़ा समस्या हाउसिंग का है। यही विजन मुख्यमंत्री पूरी मुंबई में लागू कर रहे हैं। घाटकोपर की रमाबाई नगर, वर्ली के बीडीडी चौल, यही काम को हम आगे ले जाना चाहते हैं।
महाराष्ट्रामध्ये सत्ता परिवर्तन ठरलेलं आहे। महाराष्ट्रामध्ये महाविकास आघाडीचं सरकार, बहुमताचं सरकार महाराष्ट्रामध्ये येणार, हे काळ्या दगडावरची पांढरी रेषा आहे।
दुख इस बात का होता है कि किस तरीके से भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने सत्ता में आने के लिए धनबल का इस्तेमाल कर एजेंसीज का इस्तेमाल कर आज परिवारों में लड़ाई कराई है, पार्टियों को तोड़ा है और फिर भी जनता इनके साथ नहीं है, ना इनके साथ सहानुभूति है। उम्मीद है कि आने वाले समय में जो भी इस तरीके की मन में सोच रखता होगा कि पार्टियों को तोड़ो, परिवारों को लड़ाओ, उनसे महाराष्ट्र का जो नतीजा आएगा उनसे ये लोग सब सबक सीखेंगे।
So let's explain to you the seat formula for the Maha Agadi and the Mahayuti. The Agadi first. Who's gotten how many seats? Because so far we've been seeing all of these talks with both the Uddhav Sena and Congress seeking a lion's share. The Shiv Sena, which is the Uddhav Sena, at least in this particular case, has gotten 96. The Congress wanted somewhere between 100 to 105. They've got what they wanted at 102. Mind you, there are a number of seats where the Congress and the Uddhav Sena are fighting it out, saying it's a friendly fight in these seats. Will that hamper them is the question. Then you look at the NCP Sharad Pawar faction, they've got 86. The smaller parties in the Mahavikas Agadi, like the Samajwadi Party, has two others too, that comes up to 288. Now let's take a look at the Mahayuti seat formula. The BJP has 148. So again here, they've got the lion's share. The Shiv Sena has 80 seats. NCP Ajit Pawar faction at 52. Others at 6. There's one seat in which there's no clarity what's going to happen. Maligaon seat, where the Mahayuti failed to really make a decision, so they haven't been able to field a candidate there. So in Maligaon, there's no candidate for the Mahayuti. So the total seats is at 287 for the Mahayuti. They've missed out on one because their talks clearly didn't progress on that seat. Now that we've got, in fact, all of the big names, the big faces in this battle, let's take a look at all of the constituencies to watch out for, the big battles in this election. Beginning, of course, with the big ones coming in from Mumbai, in Worli, and we've been talking about this. It's Aditya Thackeray versus Milind Deora, two urban faces squaring off against each other. Aditya Thackeray, of course, had it easy in 2019. It was an absolute walkover for him. This time with Milind Deora contesting, will there be a challenge for him remains the question. But this is a battle, no doubt, to watch out for in Worli. Let's talk about the other big Mumbai seat. This is, in fact, Mahim. And here you had a last-minute twist. Amit Thackeray, who's the son of Raj Thackeray, is contesting from here. There was a lot of talk that there's an understanding that the BJP will not field anyone and therefore the Mahayuti won't field anyone. But in a sudden twist, you had Sada Sarvankar entering the battle. He is the incumbent MLA of Mahim and has represented the seat for the last 3 times. He put down his foot, said very clearly, there's no question of me backing out from this battle. So he's had to be accommodated. So the Shinde Sena went ahead and gave him that ticket. So he is, in fact, in the battle. So this is going to be a tough one for Amit Thackeray simply because Sada Sarvankar is extremely influential in this area. Let's get you the next big one. This is from Thane of Kopri Pachpakhadi. And this is, of course, a seat everyone's been talking about because Eknath Shinde, Maharashtra Chief Minister, is looking for a 4th term from Kopri Pachpakhadi. He's squaring off against Kedar Dige, who also is a candidate who can't be underestimated considering that he is the son of Eknath Shinde's political mentor. So it'll be interesting to see how really they campaign because their ideologies are so similar. Eknath Shinde doesn't just have to deliver Kopri Pachpakhadi, but the entire Thane region. Let's take you through the next big fight, that of Baramati. We've been seeing an all-out family fight in Maharashtra, Pawar versus Pawar. You're going to see that play out in Baramati as well because up against Ajit Pawar is Yugendra Pawar, who is the grandnephew of Sharad Pawar. Essentially, his uncle is Ajit Pawar. So it's uncle versus nephew playing out in Baramati, young versus a senior Pawar face. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in Baramati, which has always been a Pawar bastion. But here they have to fight and decide which of the Pawars they actually choose. And let's take a look now at Karad South, where you have former Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan squaring off against Atul Bhosle of the BJP. These are just some of the battles to watch out for, which are going to be extremely interesting, and many of them are based in Mumbai. Ritwik Balekar is also with us for more details. Ritwik, I want to talk a bit also about what happened with Nawab Malik. This is a seat that was very interesting because Nawab Malik kind of arm twisted his way into getting a ticket right now. He made it very clear that there's no question of him backing off from the fight, that if the Ajit Pawar faction didn't give him that ticket, he would go ahead and fight as an independent.
Yes, absolutely. Nawab Malik seemed to be very determined to fight from the constituency of Mankhurd Shivajinagar in Mumbai. He initially filed 2 nominations, one from the party and other independent. But he waited till last minute to get the AB form from the Ajit Pawar faction's party officially. He got the form, he attached form at 2:55 p.m. That is just 5 minutes away from the deadline. And we saw that now Ajit Pawar has taken a decision to field Nawab Malik as an official candidate of his party. But at the same time, we could see that even BJP leaders are opposing Nawab Malik's candidacy and they are not ready to support him. At the same time, even Eknath Shinde faction has fielded their official candidate Suresh Patil in the fray. So Nawab Malik is quite confident of winning with the support of the people of Mankhurd and Shivajinagar. At the same time, he is pitched against Abu Azmi from Samajwadi Party, who has won from this seat for last 3 consecutive terms. Now it is going to be a triangular fight, but at the same time, there seems that nothing is well in Mahayuti, and how Nawab Malik is going to garner support from the people and not from the allies of Mahayuti alliance.
Okay, so it looks like essentially the Mahayuti buckled to Nawab Malik's pressure. He made it very clear that he'd file his candidature come what may, either as an independent or as a representative of the NCP Ajit Pawar. So considering that he's gotten the nod, now he's going to go ahead and campaign as an NCP candidate. We spoke to Nawab Malik. Take a look at what he had to say about things finally going his way.
तो 4 महीने पहले मैंने ऐलान किया था कि मैं ये विधानसभा चुनाव लड़ूंगा पानखुर शिवाजी नगर से, क्योंकि यहाँ की जनता चाहती थी कि मैं यहाँ से चुनाव लड़ूं। और 90,000 की डेफिसिट वाला ये लोकसभा में विधानसभा क्षेत्र है। कोई वहाँ पे चुनाव लड़ने के तैयार नहीं। गठबंधन में पार्टी ने हमारी पार्टी को छोड़ दिया, लेकिन मेरे नाम को लेके विरोध लोगों का, बीजेपी का भी विरोध है, शिवसेना का विरोध है, और शिवसेना ने भी अपना उम्मीदवार खड़ा कर दिया। तो यहाँ तो गठबंधन है नहीं। एनसीपी अलग चुनाव लड़ रही है, शिवसेना बीजेपी अलग चुनाव लड़ रही है। हमारी बेटी के सामने भी बीजेपी के जो विधानसभा के उनके अध्यक्ष हैं, पूर्व नगर सेवक हैं, उन्होंने भी रिबेलियन कैंडिडेट की हैसियत से भर दिया। ठीक है, हमारा चुनाव लड़ने का दोनों विधानसभा से तय है। कुछ दल हमारे खिलाफ हैं, कुछ दल सीधे चुनाव में अपना उम्मीदवार उन्होंने लड़ाने का फैसला किया। तो मुझे लगता है वैचारिक रूप से हमारी लड़ाई तो कभी खत्म ही नहीं हुई। हम धर्मनिरपेक्ष समाजवादी लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था में विश्वास करने वाले लोग हैं, और दादा ने भी कहा कि पॉलिटिकल एडजस्टमेंट है। हम साहू फुले अम्बेडकर के विचारधारा के मानने वाले लोग हैं। अब लोगों का मुझे विरोध है, लोग मेरे खिलाफ कैंडिडेट खड़ा कर रहे हैं, तो उनकी मर्जी है, लेकिन जनता के समर्थन से हम दोनों सीटें जीतेंगे।
So on the last day of filing nominations, let's take a look at all the big names who went ahead and filed their papers across Maharashtra. The first big one was, of course, Milind Deora, who's filed his nomination in Mumbai's Worli Assembly constituency, which will see a high-stakes battle as sitting MLA Aditya Thackeray of the Uddhav Sena is seeking a re-election from this very seat. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena faction leader Shaina NC filed her nomination from Mumbai Devi seat. Shaina NC, who was with the BJP, has joined Shiv Sena officially hours after the party fielded her from the Mumbai Devi constituency. She remains, of course, with the Mahayuti. Nawab Malik, last-minute entrant into the Maharashtra battle, has filed his nomination from the Mankurd Shivaji Nagar Assembly seat in Maharashtra. He submitted his nomination as a candidate from the NCP Ajit Pawar faction for the state elections. Suresh Bullet Patil filed his nomination from the same seat, from the Mankurd Shivaji Nagar seat, against Abu Azmi and Nawab Malik. All right, let's take a look right now at the caste composition for both the Mahayuti and the Maha Vikas Aghadi. When you decode really the candidates that they've put out and who really they're looking to get votes from. So if you look at the caste ballot, look at how really it's looking at for the Maha Vikas Aghadi as well as the Mahayuti. You've got 58% of, in fact, the candidates for the Mahayuti from upper caste. As far as the MVA is concerned, that's at 38%. So between the two, it looks like the Mahayuti has in fact given a lot more importance to the upper caste, Marathas. Of course, that's the most crucial when it comes to this particular election, especially because of all of the talk of reservation. 46% is the representation of the Mahayuti alliance. As far as the MVA goes, that's at 39%. OBC, and this is something the Congress has spoken about. So the Maha Vikas Aghadi, what's their number like? It's at 39%. And while you have the Mahayuti at a much higher point there at 50%. That's the representation they've given to OBC in this particular fight. Dalits is at 46% for the MVA for the Maha Vikas Aghadi versus a 35%. Adivasis is at 55% for MVA, 35% for the Mahayuti. And finally, as far as Muslims are concerned, 74% is the Maha Vikas Aghadi's representation there in Maharashtra, just 12% for Mahayuti, keeping with, of course, this saffron politics for the Mahayuti. As far as the Mahayuti goes, you look at really what the situation is. Lok Sabha elections post-poll, the Assembly election pre-poll, and the change. And that shows you really where they've decided to change things up. In the upper caste, a 25% change compared to the Lok Sabha post-poll versus the Assembly election pre-poll. In Marathas, 11% change. As far as, the differences are concerned, you look at the Adivasi number, which is going to minus 10%. So interesting numbers that come out here for the Mahayuti in particular. We will continue to track the latest that comes in from Maharashtra. Remember that the state goes to polls on 20th November, result day on 23rd November. And here, of course, we'll get you all the political updates. Here on India Today, we expose the latest web of deceit. Unsurprisingly, it's all happening online. It's a term called digital arrests. Now, after our expose, as we followed up on our investigation, it's come to light that there's a foreign link, which is that the scammers are actually based abroad and are operating the scam in India. So we're talking about these scammers, private scammers being based in Myanmar, in Cambodia, in Vietnam and Laos. These are the 4 countries that have been identified. The scam money that's obtained through these digital arrests in the country by scamming poor innocent citizens is actually laundered in Cambodia and Dubai. It's been traced due to ATM transactions that were discovered. Remember that in these cases, arrests are yet to be made. While those based in India, many of them have been identified and taken into custody. Those in Cambodia, Dubai, Laos, Vietnam are still being identified. So how do they operate in the country? These scamsters actually rope in Indians by going ahead and offering them with dubious job offers. So this is what we've identified as far as the trail of scamsters is concerned. Let's once again get you details of what our investigation unraveled. How we're seeing more and more cases of Indians being duped, being arrested digitally. What does that even mean? It means essentially that a fake cop, as you see here, will come on video call, complete with a uniform, a badge, a setup behind him that looks like a police station. So on that video call, they'll set up an elaborate trap, claiming that there are drugs being trafficked in your name, claiming that illegal activities are happening in your name. And then what they do is that they claim that you're on digital arrest unless you pay so much. Now that money is then transferred. As we told you, it's wired abroad. Our investigative reporter, Nitij Jain, was put under digital arrest. He was asked to be alone, to not answer any calls, not inform anyone about what was happening to him. But this was just the tip of the iceberg. Take a look at exactly what happened.
An alleged cop on video call with access to all personal details, charges of drug smuggling and money laundering, threats of jail time. This is how the web was spun. The next day, the plot thickened. We were asked to undergo a purity test.
सिक्योरिटी टेस्ट से आप गुजरेंगे, उसको फॉलो कीजिए और जो भी ऊपर हायर अथॉरिटी है उनसे क्वेश्चन नहीं कीजिए, वो अच्छे से समझते हैं काम कैसे किया जाता है.
Next, another officer came into the picture and sent an ED warrant complete with the reporter's picture.
आपको मैंने आपके वारंट्स भेजा, एक बार इस रिकॉर्डेड लाइन पे रीड आउट करिए.
Directorate of Enforcement, Exchange Management Act, FEMA, और ये कह रहा है issuing authority, issuing unit, Supreme Court, Central Bureau of Investigation, suspect Mr. Nitin Jain. सर मेरा तो कोई लेना देना ही नहीं सर.
2 days of investigation, and now for the clincher. A document in the name of the Supreme Court of India, complete with fake signature of the Chief Justice. The document sought a guarantee of 10 lakh rupees.
बिल्कुल, आपने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को, सुप्रीम कोर्ट को आपने एलिजिबिलिटी दी नहीं होगी कि आप कहीं इस केस से भागेंगे नहीं, आप ऑफिसर के साथ, मेरे साथ और अजय के साथ आप जुड़े रहेंगे, ठीक है ना। फाइनेंशियल डिपार्टमेंट की एक फीमेल मैं आपके लिए हायर करूंगा, ठीक है ना, वो आपको बताएंगी किस तरीके से आपने डिपॉजिट करवाना हो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अकाउंट में और क्या प्रोसीजर होगा।
राइट सर।
department. Tell me how you'll pay.
Next, we talk to a woman, and this woman sends us the account details.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kim?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's from BD department.
Yes,
Tell me how you'll pay.
What? How do I pay, ma'am?
Yeah.
I'll pay online, ma'am.
Online through the ICICI app or any net banking app?
ICICI, ma'am. आप मुझे you just give me your account details and I'll save it into it and I'll then transfer the desired money. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you.
मैम आप मुझे WhatsApp करेंगे डिटेल्स या बताएंगे, मैं लिखूंगा उनको?
मैं आपको WhatsApp करूंगी.
Right, ma'am. Right.
Over 30 hours of digital arrest, fake police officers, fake ED officer, fake warrants, fake documents in the name of the Supreme Court of India, all orchestrated to entrap unsuspecting citizens and extort money. With Nitin Jain, this is India Today's special investigation team.
It's been 2 days since Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay's big speech and political plunge officially with the Tamaraga Vetri Karagam. But it sparked off a huge political storm in Tamil Nadu. The DMK repeatedly referring to Vijay as BJP C team, even saying that he's now been planted because the Rajni plan failed by the BJP. Now, there's been a lot of questions about the AIA-DMK here. One, because speculation is rife that Vijay is looking to eat into the AIA-DMK vote base. And second, that his comment about being open to alliances could just be hinting at the AIA-DMK. What did Edappadi Palaniswamy have to say about that? Let's get your details in our next report.
இவங்களுக்கு எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் இந்த ஃபாசிசம் அவ்வளவுதான். ஒற்றுமையா இருக்கிற நம்ம மக்கள் மத்தியில இந்த சிறுபான்மை பெரும்பான்மைன்னு ஒரு பிரிவினை பயத்தை காட்டி ஒரு ஃபுல் டைம் சீனை போடுறதே ஒரு வேலையா போச்சு. இல்ல நான் தெரியாம தான் கேக்குறேன், அவங்க ஃபாசிசம்னா நீங்க என்ன பாயாசமா?
Actor turned politician Vijay's pointed attacks on the ruling DMK in his speech in Vikravandi on October 27 sparked a political showdown. Tamil Nadu Assembly Speaker M. Appavu lashed out at the Thalapathy. He called Vijay the BJP's proxy.
எதனால இந்த வார்த்தையை நம்ம சொல்ல வேண்டியிருக்குன்னா, அப்ப ஏதோ ஒரு வருமான வரித்துறையில மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு குற்றத்தை செய்வதற்காக கூப்பிட்டு வந்த மாதிரி தான் கூப்பிட்டு வந்திருக்காங்க. அதனால நம்ம ஒருவரை நோக்கி குற்றம் சொல்லும் போது தான் உண்மையா இருந்தாதான் நல்லது. அதுக்கு ஒரு உதாரணத்தை ஒன்றிய அரசு பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சியில் இருந்து
The Congress claimed Vijay's fiery speech resembled cinema dialogues.
சினிமா வசனம் மாதிரி தெரியும். சினிமா வசனத்தை எல்லாம் கொள்கையா எடுத்துக்காதீங்க. அது சினிமா வசனம் மாதிரி தெரியும்.
The AIA-DMK meanwhile refused to comment on speculation about a tie-up with Vijay.
அதாவது ஒவ்வொரு கட்சிக்கும் ஒரு கொள்கை இருக்குது, அந்த கொள்கையின் அடிப்படையில் அவர் தெரிவிக்கிறாங்க. அதுல போய் இது சரியா அது சரியான நாம சொல்ல முடியாது. ஒன்று. இன்னொன்னு என்ன கேள்வி கேட்டீங்க? ஏங்க தேர்தலுக்கு இன்னும் 1.5 ஆண்டுக்கு இருக்குது. இப்பதான் ஒரு கட்சி ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்காரு, முதல் மாநில மாநாட்டை நடத்தி இருக்கிறாரு.
The state Congress chief reiterated the party will remain a part of the DMK-led alliance.
No, what he said is correct. Okay, welcome it. We are wish him. But our party, Congress party, is national party. Here, India alliance is very intact. We are very, very strong. There is no question. Even anything, our High Command, All India Congress Committee only going to take decision.
Vijay is set for a long haul in politics. While actors M.G. Ramachandran and Jayalalitha became chief ministers in the past, No actor since them has been as successful in their political careers.
All of these political parties say they're not bothered or threatened by Vijay's political entry. The fact of the matter is, all of them are adopting a wait-and-watch game to see the kind of impact that he makes in the coming days, because his entry is surely going to change the political dynamics in Tamil Nadu. With video journalist Daniel, this is Shilpa Nair in Chennai for India Today.
Let's get you details of a cracker mishap that took place in Kerala's Kasaragod. More than 150 people injured, 8 of them critically injured in a fireworks accident that took place during a temple festival. This happened in Kerala's Kasaragod. The injured have been shifted to hospitals in Kasaragod, Kannur and Mangaluru. Now, 3 people have also been taken into custody by Kerala police over charges of negligence, largely authorities who are part of the temple management. And that's because of the fact that these firecrackers were kept dangerously close to where it was being burst, which is what led to the accident also taking place. This is a fireworks storage facility near the temple that caught fire. There were scores of people there. Let's show you that video from the spot. It shows crackers triggering a massive fire. There's a thick cloud of smoke and people were there in large numbers. They gathered at the temple premises to be a part of the fest. You can see all of them running soon after, and it leads to absolute chaos. Authorities are still probing the cause of the fire. Locals came together in large numbers to support the victims and their families. This is a shocking incident that's been reported in Kasaragod.
Be heading that inquiry team, and he'll be doing a detailed inquiry, and on submission of the report, if there are any lapses, action will be taken, and if reports have to be given, concerned departments reports will be given. So we are interrogating them, trying to find out more about the what has happened, and subsequently arrest will be shown.
30 of the victims were brought to our hospital in a short time, where we had to announce a mass casualty code. And with the help of all the departments and teamwork, we could successfully stabilize all of the patients. Total number of patients were 30, of which 6 patients had to be shifted to ventilator, and there were 24 other patients. Of the 6 ventilated patients, 4 had to be shifted to MIMS Calicut for need of ventilator facilities and ICU facilities and burn care. Plus 24 patients are admitted currently in our hospital. 2 of them are in the ICU and the rest of them are in the wards and rooms.
Today they are going to feed 10,000 people. So the accident is happening today. The victims will be very large number. So by the grace of God, the number of injured people are only 154. Police was not cautious about this this festival. They were entered the temple and they were make an inquiry regarding this exploitation.
We hear that a lot of people have been hospitalized and more than hundreds are hospitalized at this moment. We request the state government to ensure that they all get adequate medical facilities and adequate compensation is given for the victims. We express our solidarity with the victims, and whatever support could be given by the central government, I'm very sure that it will be done.
Wishing all of you a happy Dhanteras, a festival meant for buying gold and making investments, and it comes just ahead of Diwali. This year, however, while most people go out to buy gold, it's not shining as much as analysts expect that when the data comes in of the sales today, the gold sales will dip. And it's actually silver that's setting the market on fire.
For a metal whose prices have shot up through the roof this past year, the outlook this festive season remains dull. Analysts expect gold sales to dip this Dhanteras, a day traditionally marked by the buying of gold and jewellery due to a sharp rise in gold prices. According to the India Bullion and Jewellers Association, there could be a 15 to 16% decline in demand. Sales volumes are likely to dip to around 25 to 30 tons from 30 to 35 tons last year. However, the increase in prices may keep value of gold sales steady at around 20,000 to 23,500 crore rupees. Interestingly, the price increase in India is lower than the global markets because of the customs duty cut to 6% from 15% in July. Analysts feel the yellow metal could easily touch 85,000 in the coming year.
2025 is going to be a very wild period, we can say, for gold and silver both, because no new story has been coming up. But despite that, we are expecting 85,000 for gold can be easily achievable conservatively, whereas on a higher side in international 3,000, 3,050. But second half is going to be a little bit profit-taking because the geopolitical tension has been discounted, central bank buying or BRICS currency would be there.
It's not just gold which has set the market on fire. Those who bit the silver bullet got better returns. In Samvat 2080, which ends on Diwali this year, gold gave a return of 30%, while silver prices surged 36%. In comparison, the Nifty 50 rose 26%. The rally in silver is not only due to its investment value, but also because of its rising industrial demand. Silver has also gained popularity among the youth due to its affordability.
A lot of consumers we are aware of have been buying silver every year, little by little. 1 kilo, half a kilo, someone wants to buy 2 kilo. It depends. Then you have the new generation consumers. They want to wear silver jewelry a lot more. Now, if you want to gift someone as well, now what can you gift in gold for 5,000 rupees? But you can gift a nice piece of silver jewelry at 5,000 rupees.
Interestingly, the end of the festive season next week does not end the buying season for gold and silver. A month-long wedding season is set to start, and while a lot of purchasing has already been done, there are still buyers in the market. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
And it's going to be a very, very special Diwali celebration in Ramnagari, Ayodhya. Every street, every corner is lit up ahead of Diwali as the newly built Ram Mandir gears up to celebrate its first Diwali. Ayodhya's Ram temple will shine with 28 lakh eco-friendly long-burning diyas on Diwali. They're going to be setting a world record. So devotees will experience a divine sight as the temple is already beautifully decorated with flowers, lights and diyas. I'm going to be there in Ramnagari, Ayodhya tomorrow, and 6 p.m. Prime will be live from Ayodhya on the auspicious occasion of Deepotsav. For now, take a look at this curtain raiser on how Ayodhya is decked up for Diwali.
Ramnagari is poised to create history on Diwali. This Deepotsav holds significant importance as it will be the first since newly built Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Temple's consecration ceremony. Adorned with flowers and wax lamps to minimize emissions, Deepotsav focuses on faith and environment consciousness.
बड़ा ही अद्वितीय, बड़ा ही अकल्पनीय ये दिव्य दीपोत्सव का महोत्सव का आगाज हो चुका है। ये निश्चित ही देखने योग्य है। पूरे अयोध्या में जितनी भी गलियां हैं, जितने भी चौबारे हैं, पूरे रामपैणी इलाके को बहुत दिव्य भव्य रूप से सजाया गया है। बहुत ही सुंदर तरीके से सजाया गया है। अयोध्या बहुत ही अद्भुत लग रहा है। इसके पहले हम कभी कल्पना ही नहीं किए थे कि अयोध्या इतनी सुंदर सजाई जाएगी। बहुत अच्छी पूरी अयोध्या दुल्हन जैसी सज गई है। लाइटिंग और जो शो होता है उसकी पूरी तैयारी है और दिए लग गए हैं, हम लोग देख रहे हैं।
Ayodhya awaits a world record as over 28 lakh eco-friendly diyas each representing a wish, a hope, a prayer, will illuminate the banks of sacred Saryu River.
More than 25 lakh diyas have been placed right over here to register another record, yet another time in the Guinness Book, and you can clearly get the glimpse how the volunteers are also trying to save these diyas, to disallow any untoward movement around these ghats so that these diyas must remain safe.
With unwavering dedication, more than 30,000 volunteers from across Uttar Pradesh have gathered here, crafting a breathtaking spectacle on 55 ghats.
अच्छा लग रहा है। अभी तो यहाँ सजा रहे हैं, हम लोग दिया लगा रहे हैं, बस 30 तारीख का इंतजार है, कब 20 तारीख आए, लेजर शो चले, योगी आए और हम सब लोग सारी चीजें देखें। हम लोग को टास्क दिया जाता है, हमारा जो पासेस बनते हैं, फिर दिए जो लाए जाते हैं, फिर जो वॉलंटियर्स चूज किए जाते हैं कितने कैसे रहेंगे, और ये हमारी सबसे बड़ी बात है कि हम अपनी राम भूमि में एक कंट्रीब्यूशन कर रहे हैं।
18 tableaux showcasing significant events from the life of Lord Sri Ram will captivate devotees.
Another picture is of that particular mahal with what we see of the Ram Temple, Ram Ki Pehdi, where we saw the laser happening, and now the Ramayana, the focus of chapters of Ramayana could be seen behind. It's the practice time, and also some characters also rehearsing about many traditional programs that will be happening on the day of Deepotsav.
Dharmapath and Lata Chowk are adorned with 15-foot-long, newly installed digital pillars depicting scenes from Ramayana.
It's Ayodhya, it's lightning, it's Diwali, and the celebratory mode in which Ayodhya is a clear glimpse what actually happens when Lord Ram, after a wait of 500 years, has finally been positioned in his place. And the visuals out here telling the story, how beautifully the temple town is being decorated, the Ramayana shlokas being played all around by the loudspeakers. And you can clearly get the sense how the Surya Stambs and the LED lights around me are giving a glimpse.
Several arrangements have been put in place for the safety and security of Ram Lala devotees.
जो हमारा आगामी दीपोत्सव का त्यौहार है, इसके लिए हमारे द्वारा पूरे क्षेत्र को 14 जोन्स व 40 सेक्टर्स में डिवाइड करके सीनियर गस्टेड ऑफिसर्स की ड्यूटी लगा करके ये सुनिश्चित किया जा रहा है कि आने वाले सभी लोग एक अच्छा अनुभव लेकर के यहाँ से जाएं। जो दीपोत्सव देखने के लिए आएंगे उनके अलावा भी काफी भारी संख्या में क्योंकि श्रद्धालु जी सब समय जनपद अयोध्या में आते हैं, तो उनके लिए अलग से हमारा अरेंजमेंट है जो कि फैसिलिटेट करेगा कि वे लोग आराम से अपने दर्शन कर पाए।
Offering a modern twist to the temple town's timeless heritage, Ayodhya this year will send out a message of environment-friendly Diwali celebrations. With Samarth Srivastav from Ayodhya, Bureau Report, India Today.